Last week, as we always say, a week is a very long time in politics. Fine Gael were scrambling to get a candidate. Then in the space of 10 hours, they go from 1 to 3 on their ticket in County Clare, with Joe Cooney changing his mind, maybe aided by another intervention by the Taoiseach and Phil Hogan with a gentle nudge. And we also see Dr. Tom Nolan entering the field. So who is impacted most by their additions onto the ballot paper?
Well, Fine Gael, because they suddenly become a viable option for two TDs. That's a huge difference. When you've only one candidate, you're going to win one TD, no matter how good they are. So that's the first difference. I think it will energise everybody's campaign, including Leonora Carey's, because the people who traditionally supported Donald and Joe and the Carey family will, realise that being at home watching television won't win a seat. So there'll be a lot more in that campaign than there would have been. Joe has his own magic approach. He has to bring that outside of East Clare. He got almost 3,000 first preference votes in an election where he was facing Pat Burke in his own party, who got elected, and Tony O'Brien, Pat Hayes and Alan O'Callaghan in Fianna Fáil, all of whom got elected. It'll be interesting to see how much of the three Fianna Fáil people's votes Joe can capture in the general election. You would say it'd be very difficult to get any of them because Cllr Joe's on one end and Timmy Dooley on the other, in between the three council candidates. But he may well get some. It's very hard to call that. You would have to say that apart from Leonora, who's obviously impacted directly, the two Fianna Fáil lads in East Clare have to be impacted by Joe being on the ticket, because I'm quite sure a chunk of that 2,800, 3,000, we'll say, number ones, is from people who would sort of historically tend to be sort of Fianna Fáil. But